Hello my friends, Ahsoka the Geek here, and for this review we're going to take a look at the DC Multiverse Deathstorm from the Blackest Night storyline. So yeah, super excited to have this figure. Honestly, I'm not buying the complete wave of Blackest Night figures. The reason being, I already have that Superman. I passed up on that Batman numerous times from DC Direct. And even Atrocitus, I actually have the DC Collectibles version of Atrocitus, and it's nice. It's a good version of Atrocitus. I spent a little bit of money on him from the secondary market, so like I can't really mentally justify buying this whole new wave for Atrocitus again, even though it's a bigger version of Atrocitus with better articulation. Yeah, that's kind of my thought process there. But I couldn't pass up Deathstorm, because he just looks so freaking cool. I just really love the design of this character. He looked really cool, so that's why I picked him up. So without further ado, let's take him out of the packaging and take a closer look. Alright my friends, so here is Deathstorm outside of the packaging. So obviously this is like the undead version of Firestorm from the Blackest Night storyline. For those of you who have not read the Blackest Night storyline, highly recommend it. It's a really great story. That's from like the golden era for me of Green Lantern from Jeff Johns, when he was just firing on all cylinders with like the Blackest Night, the Yellow Lantern War or Saga. Just everything was really, really well done in that time. So highly recommend the story. I'm looking on my bookshelf to see if I have any of the trades easily accessible, so I can actually show you this figure like in its comic book form. But no, I should have done that before the review. I could pause this and find it, but I'm lazy. Anyways, back to the figure. So what does it come with? It comes with pieces for Atrocitus here. You know, obviously the more I look at this, the more maybe I will get the rest of these figures just for Atrocitus. But there is the lantern, like that. It comes with it looks like a white lantern, but this should be a black lantern. I don't know if this is how it's supposed to look. Whatever, it looks cool. It's like a silver lantern, so that's neat. Then it comes with the trading card there. Always like it when they do the comic book inspired art. I love the action figure photography they use, because I think that photographer is amazing, but I do like comic book art as well. And then let's take a look at the figure itself. So here is Deathstorm. And yeah, I picked this up again purely because I thought it looked cool. I mean, look at that. It looks like Ghost Rider a little bit. Love the purple, the translucent purple fire hair. You know, that's always cool. Love the texture of the suit, of the costume. Really nicely done. I think it's pretty comic book accurate if I remember correctly. There's the gauntlets. Looks good. And yeah, just a really nicely done figure. Yeah. Typical McFarlane articulation. You can make some really good poses here. Not much range of motion with the head, which will tilt it up a little bit, but other than that, it looks great. So there's the detailing of the head there. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, I really like this figure. I picked it up just because it looks so cool. I think it looks really nice, and very happy with it. I like the shoulder pad things here, the pointy shoulder pads. That looks really nice. And yeah, there he is. Okay, so let's see how he looks next to a few other figures. Alright, so here is Deathstorm alongside the Kyle Rayner from this wave, which I love, big Kyle Rayner fan, and the Death Metal Superman. So as you can see, scales really nicely with the other McFarlane figures, so scale looks good. And yeah, I think overall I'm really happy with this figure. I love the design of it, super interesting. Love the translucent parts, especially in the fire hair. That looks great. I think he's going to photograph really nicely, and it's going to look really nicely on the shelf. I also like that the lantern looks really great in his hand, you know? It's nice when they have a nice thick lantern handle like this. A lot of my DC Direct lanterns are pretty flimsy, and they fall apart because the handle's so thin, so I love McFarlane's lantern that they're using. As always, check out my Instagram channel, plug, for more content, more footage of Deathstorm. I'll be posting some more images of him pretty soon with some other, dark-looking figures. I don't know, dark-looking figures are the right term. More like, gothic or zombie-ish figures. You know what I mean? All right, that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate your time as always. Take care.